Got you muted. There you are. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our reveal party number 2 for the Childfree Convention. This is a reveal party that all Childfree people can get behind. So we just want to release some more information as it comes available that might be of interest to everyone. But before we get into that, Lenora, tell everyone who you are.
Hi, I'm Lenora Fay. I am a co-founder and PR manager for this event for Childfree Convention. Just a note, I have the speaker green room up right now, and it's distracting because we actually have more speakers coming in than anticipated. So
Well, that's
my
good.
eyes are like there. I don't have. Oh, okay, we've got a show there. It's filling up. So I'm
Awesome.
slightly distracted.
And
Who are you?
I'm Cody Hetzel. I'm also one of the co-founders, and I'm in charge of the speaker bureau. So all of the mayhem that you see before you and everything behind the scenes is kind of my fault right now, but it's fun. I'm happy to be doing this. We got a ton of great speakers, a ton of great topics, and just really looking forward to the 2022 Childfree Convention. It should be a blast. Just for everyone to know that's in the audience, this is currently live, so you are watching us live on our Facebook or YouTube channel, and you can join the conversation. Just if you want to, as the note says there, just put a Q and then put in a question so we can find that a little bit easier. Just type a big capital Q, your question. And if you want to just leave comments, feel free to just drop some comments in there. Say hi, where are you from?
Yeah,
Tag your
where are
flag,
you
as they
from?
say. Where
Yes.
you at, where you live. And yeah, welcome to the reveal party number 2. So with that being, yeah, go ahead.
No, these reveal parties are so fun because it brings this event to life already. I mean, we have
Yeah.
what, April, May, June. We have 4 months, a little less than 4 months before the event starts. And, just seeing everybody's faces already and chatting with people. And, we've got volunteer teams this year. This is super exciting. Like, we started this back in September working on this event, but it's really coming to life now. So it's fabulous.
So for those who don't know, this year is going to be a 2-day event starting on Saturday, July 30th and ending on Sunday, July 31st of 2022. We're still in that year, right? Except for people,
yes.
Unless you're in the future in your flying car, that's what we're working on right now.
Let us know how the future is, by the way.
Leave it in the
Please
comments
give us
below.
hope.
Is YouTube even around then?
Yeah, no doubt.
Who knows?
We're watching this on hologram or holograph right now. Yes.
So while we're at it, we've got one of our speakers with us right now who happens to also be a sponsor for the convention. Let's go ahead and get our good friend Dr. J up here if we could. Hey, Dr. J.
Hey, Dr. J.
I was going to say good morning, but I don't know. Is it afternoon, evening, or in the future? What day are we?
It's morning still.
It depends where we are.
Yes.
So, Dr. J is going to be joining us on, I believe, 3 panels. We've got child-free estate planning, child-free FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early, and then child-free on a budget and fixed income. So those are going to be some really fun topics to talk about and just get engaged with the child-free community, because there are a lot of assumptions out there and a lot of things that people think. If you're child-free, then clearly you're X, or you have so much money, or whatever it may be. And so we're going to have some folks talking about that, and Dr. J is going to be one of our speakers there. And he's also stepped up to be one of our amazing sponsors. He is running childfreewealth.com. And Dr. J, I'll kick it to you and let you do a plug here and let people know what you're all about.
Gotta love when you can give a plug. So I'm a child-free wealth specialist, is what I say. So I do life and financial planning for child-free folks. I'm a certified financial planner, so that's the investment and all that fun stuff. And I'm also the author of a new book coming out called Portraits of Child-Free Wealth, where I interviewed 26 people to talk about what their life was like and how child-free impacts their life, finances, and wealth. And Cody, just like you said, it's interesting. I have people that were struggling, barely making ends meet, and I get people that retired in their 40s. So it's a wide range.
Yeah, and so when we thought about topics for this coming year, when we started talking about child-free finance, like it just started to dissect into all these different smaller topics, and we're like, we have to talk about all of these. There's plenty that we didn't get a chance to, so we picked the ones that we thought would be the most interesting. And so yeah, we're really looking forward to that, and we'll dive into more of the scheduling a little bit later. But we appreciate you coming on board as a speaker and then stepping up and also being a sponsor. That is awesome.
Absolutely. And I encourage everybody else to sign up for a sponsorship. It's a great opportunity. It's a great group. So hopefully you can be part.
And we have a fabulous PR team working on this year. So we are, come May, This is all you're going to see. Child-free convention everywhere. Billboard. Well, maybe let's tone it down a little bit, but we're really excited to kick this off. So thank you again.
And on that note, I mean, this is a 100% volunteer driven event. Like, you know, we're doing, like, I'm not getting paid to do this. Lenora isn't, Jared. Like, we just have a passion for the child-free community, the child-free lifestyle, and we want to bring more light to it. And luckily we have a lot of amazing speakers that also want to do the same thing and talk about the topics that we have. And so, you know, Lenora's marketing team, Jared's got a tech team working with him behind the scenes. So thank you to all the volunteers stepping up in those realms as well. We really appreciate it. It's awesome.
And I will be reading the list of volunteers.
Oh, good. All right.
But we have tons of we have a lot of people showing up. So
we've got some more.
Not to kick Jay off.
I know we've got some more speakers. Let's pull up some more speakers that are joining us today. Dr. Jay, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you later. All right, who's stepping up? All right, Season.
And Tejas.
Yes, all right. Let me find you guys real quick. I've got to do some searching here. So
just to shout out to Marike, I said, I think we're going to have one speaker. And it's just been a steady stream of people showing up. So this is fantastic.
Yeah, we're happy to have everybody here. So
Season,
tell us a little bit about yourself. You're going to join us on the sterilization topic and panel.
I am. So I'm Season, and I'm joining from Los Angeles, California. So it's morning. Good morning from me. And as you said, I'll be talking about sterilization. And I was sterilized on December 29th, 2020. And it's a day I will never forget because it was one of the best choices I could have ever made for myself. And before my procedure, I did so much reading, so much research online just to, you know, get ready and prepare. And I'm so excited that I'm now kind of on the other side and I can help people with their questions and their anxiety and their excitement with that. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Of course. Yeah, we're happy to have you here. And also we've got, please help me get this right. Is it Tejas Gaukle? Is that close enough?
Yes.
Did I massacre that?
No, that was very well done on the first attempt. Yeah, Tejas Gaukle. You're right.
Gaukle. Okay, awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're going to be joining us on a few panels, being child-free in Asia, child-free guys, and child-free in organized religion.
Okay. Yeah, well, I have, can you see me?
Yes. Yep, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, so I have this default background, Anti-Natalism International. I am mainly an anti-natalist, but I am child-free as well. I used to be child-free and I am still child-free. So I think I don't know, child-free in organized religion is probably a specialized subject. Child-free in Asia, definitely, like there's so many things happening all over Asia and especially on Indian subcontinent. This is a rising trend all across the world and here as well. One of the spins to the concept which takes more ground over here is about population. That has more appeal than anything else, understandably so. So I will be talking about that a little, and maybe if I get a chance, anti-natalism as well.
Yeah, and that was one of those areas that we looked at as well for this year, is we wanted to focus on some regions and bring just literally more diversity to the international stage. So it's not all North America and Europe talking about the child-free lifestyle. We want to focus on continents and countries everywhere. Antarctica, we're still working on you. So if you got anybody down, a little penguin that wants to talk, let us know.
There's still time. We can get them.
We can make it happen. Well, guys, thank y'all for joining us on stage. We will be in touch and look forward to hearing from you guys in the future.
Thanks. I'm excited.
All right. Bye.
Cody, when you said penguin, I'm like, don't give away our secret, our test face. You know what I have to say? So I'm watching on Zoom. We have this, I'm watching our speaker green room. I have to watch that. And it's so cool to see all the speakers. They're hanging out right now, chatting amongst themselves. And of course, Marike is our host who's managing that. So it's just nice to see all that energy happening before they come up on stage. So that's just really cool. If you see me looking off screen, that's what I'm watching.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of that, thank you, StreamYard, for being a sponsor for 2022. That is the streaming platform that we are utilizing right now with all these cool features, the ticker, the scroller, the banners, the background. Like, tons of cool toys that you don't get on a lot of other streaming platforms. So thank you, StreamYard, for hooking us up with all this cool stuff.
Yes, thank you. All right, are we?
I think we've got some more folks coming over, but
okay. Okay, I can see her working there. Oh, there we go. All right, we got Marcella. I see her in two places. Okay.
Hi. I just exited out of the other one, I think.
Yep. We're good. Hey.
Okay, sweet.
And Jen. Hey, Jen.
Hi.
Good.
It's nice watching all the speakers chat in the speaker green room before coming up on stage. It's fun.
Right.
I can't really hear what you guys are talking about, but I can see you and it looks fun. I'm like, I'm missing out. my face is there, but I'm over here. So it's just nice to see everybody, all the energy happening. I was just saying that to Cody. It's just fun to hang out.
Yeah.
I imagine it's fun to hang out before coming up here. I don't know.
Marcella, you made it in first, and you're going to join us on Child Free and social media, as most people probably recognize you from your YouTube channel, and also Child Free and Organized Religion. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Geez, I always feel so uncomfortable when people are like, tell us about yourself. Because I'm like, I am literally the most uninteresting person you will ever meet. And I was telling them in the chat before, because they were like, can you turn your camera on? I was like, I literally just woke up 10 minutes ago.
You're so
like,
child free.
I was like, I literally just woke up because I had a reminder saying that this was going to go live. So here we are. But a little bit about me. I am obviously child free. I'm 26. I am a recent divorcee, if that makes sense. So that's fun and exciting. I have my own business, which is why I'm able to sleep in until noon some days, which is fun. I make custom apparel and wood burn signs, and so that pays the bills. It's great. Besides that, I'm so uninteresting. I love sports. I do a ton of sports throughout the weeks, like different adult co-ed leagues. I have a dog. That's pretty much it.
No, that's awesome. And we're so happy you decided to join us, and we look forward to hearing all the cool and fun stuff you're going to bring to the panels. So thank you for that. Jen, tell us a little bit about yourself. You'll be joining us on Child Free Off the Grid.
Yeah. I like to say that, 2 years ago, I was a nice, normal person, but that's not actually really true. My husband and I have been living as digital nomads since Labor Day weekend of 2020. So that's been pretty exciting, and lots of challenges too. But of course, it's one of those things that I can't imagine doing anything with kids, but I really can't imagine traveling like we do having kids. So we don't have a dog at the moment, which is sad, but someday. It's not the easiest to get a new pet while you're traveling. So someday that'll happen. Today we are in Dallas, Texas.
Well, especially just to dive into pets real quick, a lot of times you have to have a place if you're rescuing, they have to come to your location. So you would be like, well, we're at this RV location,
right? Well,
or
and before we left Portland, I worked for a municipal animal shelter, and before that, I was a professional dog trainer. And so, I have some dog cred, and I'm like, I wouldn't adopt a dog out to me right now. Like there's, maybe if I have a personal friend who knows they would adopt me a dog, but no reputable place would adopt me a dog right now.
And can I just say, as a pet free by choice person, you don't have to have pets to have a meaningful life.
It's true.
Right?
And actually,
that's also a joke, but also serious.
Yeah. And it is interesting because it has, I am pet free by circumstances, right? I'm child free by choice, and I'm pet free by circumstances. And I have been, I have had a chance to appreciate an additional layer of responsibility being removed. And so, it may look differently someday, like fostering or babysitting instead of having, a full-time pet responsibility. So who knows?
Well, awesome. Well, ladies, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to talking with you in the near future. We'll see you soon.
It'll be fun.
You can go back to bed, Marcella. What to do? All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
All right.
I was like, I don't get to sleep into 10. It's like, what is it? It's 10:16. I'm going to go back to bed after that. Oh, wait, we have a meeting. Yeah. Never mind. We can't. All right.
And well, Marcella was talking about she does merchandise as well, and we also have merchandise available for the Child Free Convention. I'm supporting some of that right now.
I'm waiting for my dress. Where's my dress? Can I order my dress?
You can order the dress. There is a skater dress available.
Okay,
so
perfect.
It's ready to go.
Perfect. All right.
Childfreeconvention.com. There's a little link you can click. It goes to the shop. You can go there.
Now this is last year's mug. So the updated logo. So last year we were conference.
Look how well it's held up too.
Dishwasher like every other day, so it's great, like the logo on both sides. So the logo will be different to match the new one. We can do it with the year, without the year. This is the big, because there's 2 different sizes, but I have to say, best mug ever. And I'm not talking because I made the logo. I'm just saying, like, it's durable, it's fantastic. I highly recommend it. So there's that.
Awesome. All right, I think we've got a few more speakers joining us here soon.
Hi.
Hey, Lois, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Let me find you real quick on my spreadsheet. I've got a whole list here of folks. You're joining us on Child Free Next Gen, 18 to 25-year-olds. That is awesome. Definitely
Thank you.
A topic that we wanted to talk about for a number of reasons. And so with that, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm definitely not from a child free home. I'm one of 5, which is quite interesting. I don't really do much. I just go to the cinema a lot and just watch films all the time. So I have a lot of spare time.
Okay. Well, and we're going to tap into that free time by getting you involved with the convention here. So don't worry about that. We will staff all the free time you have.
I was going to say, like going to the movies, that's pretty much life at 39 when you're a child-free person too.
Yeah.
I say that as
I just can't wait for that. Like,
I mean, and this is the thing. I am excited for this. I'm excited for all the panels, but it's, when you were younger, because I remember I was 22 when I realized I had a choice. So from 22, navigating the 20s as a child-free person, but hearing all those things, and you're like, well, what are you going to do with your life? Well, nobody really knows. Nobody knows that at 30. Come on. So it's just, go with the flow. You figure it out. It out.
I just know kids know, but like holidays, everything, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Just keep signing me up.
All right, I think we got some feedback somewhere.
We do. Lois is still actually in Zoom.
Okay.
Lois, can you exit out of Zoom, because that's where we're getting the.
Zoom is all kinds of trouble, Sky.
Sorry, I wasn't supposed to say Zoom, but this is this. Oh, okay, she's out. She should be good now.
Go. Cool.
Sorry, do you want technology also a no?
No, it's fine. It's fine. And that's part of why we do this too. It's fun to get everybody up and work out the kinks now, so it can be smooth sailing come July. And I think we've got another speaker joining us as well. Pull Lily up here. We have Lily. Help me with this. It's Versalati. Is that?
That's right. You said it correctly.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing. Wow.
This is why Cody's in charge of Speakers Bureau.
Oh, you guys are all great. Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
You're going to join us with Child Free Abroad, Travel or Transplant, and then also the Child Free and Childless Alliance panel. So with that, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was born and raised in Italy. I lived in the United States for 10 years. Sorry, I didn't wear makeup today, so I'm just like, yay,
it's okay.
whatever.
It's okay.
So
Cody didn't wear makeup either.
At all.
Here we go. I live in Canada right now, but I'm going to be moving soon. So I've been an expat for quite a few years. I was working in international development, and then I had some health problems, so I switched to managing vacation rentals. And since last year, I started a child-free group called We Celebrate Us, and it's both for women that are child-free by circumstances and the ones that are also child-free by choice. So it's kind of a conversation between the two demographics. So, yeah.
Well, we appreciate you joining us this year for the convention, both of you. And so we look forward to speaking with you more in the future and seeing you definitely in July, if not sooner.
Yes.
If not sooner, yeah.
Guys, take care. Thanks.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
All right.
Okay, so currently nobody else is in green room right now.
Okay, cool. So we will then, let me get my little.
So this is fantastic again.
It's fun.
Just love it. Love seeing everybody.
And so we talked about the date, July 30th and July 31st. And so we're now going to be able to dive in a little bit more on the breakdown of the convention as far as the scheduling goes. And this is tentative because you never know if one topic might get moved to somewhere else. But for now, this is what we have written in paper, not in stone. So it will
99%. I'm setting
Yes.
us up for success.
We're going to try to stick with it here. But starting on July the 30th at 9 a.m., that's like a welcome session. You'll have us here just kind of welcoming everybody and talking about whatever we're going to talk about that day. And then at 9:30, we're going to roll into the regional panel, being child-free in Asia. That was a pretty easy one to set a time for because they're like at most 12 hours ahead of us. They're in the future, so they can give you tips on what tomorrow's going to be like.
12 and more.
Yeah, so it's 9:30 at night for those folks, for some of them. But anyway, next we have our 10 o'clock panel, which is going to be antinatalism. And then our 10:30 panel, we are going to have child-free estate planning, which was mentioned earlier. At 11, we're going to be having a talk on child-free and organized religion. You notice these are all in 30-minute blocks, and that's just because we wanted to get as much information as we could out there in a given 2-day span. And what we hope to do is, in the months and years to follow, to be able to follow up on all these topics and bring speakers back, answer questions that might come up after the fact of people watching this once it's archived, and just keeping the conversation going. The Child-Free Convention isn't just a one and done, one shot, once a year thing. We want it to be an ongoing event. So with that in mind, at 11:30, we've got defining family, which is another topic that comes up a lot in the child-free realm. At noon to 12:59, we've got a little bit of a halftime that we're doing. Lenore, do you want to tease anything for that?
Yes. So the halftime is becoming a thing. It was a thing last year that turned out pretty cool. So we're doubling our efforts this year. So this year I am going to be producing 2 halftime shows. We have now this is not set in stone, but these are some ideas that we're currently working on. So we will have there's a panel that we're working on called Child-Free Mental Health and Wellness. We're going to there's like something happening in the back alley down below if you hear some loud sounds.
They can't get you. You're safe.
No, I know. But I'm like, come on, I'm busy, guys. Be quiet. So there's that. We are going to have a selection from Child Free Morning Chat. You're going to meet some of the crew behind that we do. It's a morning show that we do. And we also have, this is a fun one. So we're working on a mean tweets. Child-free mean tweets thing.
My gosh. That's a whole other convention right there.
This is I know. So this is an idea that occurred to me like late at night, and so I emailed the person that I thought would be a good fit for this. And so I'm like, "What do you think of this idea?" So we're working on that. And again, I'm there's 2 shows at play, so they're going to be different shows each day. There was something else. Oh yeah, there's a few other things, but essentially, I'm polling who we know who can put on some entertainment, trying to incorporate some humor this year, but also some, tackling some serious topics. And a lot of the segments will be pre-recorded, which is good because not everyone's available to do live shows. So, we're trying to, I think I'm looking at some of the topics that we didn't get to have on a panel and how can we incorporate some of that into the halftime show that still, tackles common issues, but as you know, we've had to narrow it down to what we had time for. So yeah, I'm excited. And then plus we're going to go live. So, we'll be chatting with the audience, because that's a big thing that happened last year, was us being able to connect with the audience, because we see all the comments, but when we're moderating, we can't necessarily chime in all the time.
Our eyes are on the camera,
exactly,
or
right?
a spreadsheet or something that we're having to look at.
So part of the halftime show will be engaging with the audience, which is because that's live, so that's super fun. So that's an idea that we're working on right now with the halftime show. Awesome. No one will be singing because we do not want to get flagged. So Cody and Jared, you're not allowed to. I know you both submitted your song suggestions. You wanted to sing, but I had to turn you down. So I'm sorry.
Well, we'll come back then at 1 o'clock and we'll dive into child-free into the future.
Yes.
That's how I like to say it in my head. After that,
we need a host. We don't have an announcer. We never set up an announcer for this convention. Like,
if we have like any child-free voiceover specialist out there, hit us up. That could be fun. Then at 1:30, we're going to talk about pronatalism. It's the invisible hand behind the scenes of moving everything that goes on in the world, really, and we're going to talk about that and how that affects the child-free lifestyle. And at 2 o'clock, we're going to talk about caring for aging parents or dependent family members, because there are often a lot of times where it falls on the shoulders of the child-free family member who doesn't have kids and has tons of time and money around, so you get to take care of, whomever. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And next up at 2:30, we've got sterilization as a topic. Folks who have gone through it or are currently going through it, and tips and ways to navigate that whole realm, because that's a beast in itself, just to try to get sterilized in a lot of places, even in the America and the USA. So Canada, you guys have some things going on up there too, but
we still have issues. I mean, you hear from people across the country, and it still surprises you that even in a place like Canada, it's still a battle.
Oh, Canada. All right. At 3 o'clock,
Nice.
We've got child free at 60 plus. Those are folks who are over 60 and they're child free. So a great panel for folks that want to ask that question of, well, aren't you going to regret it? Or what's life like at a certain, like, they know because they're there, and they can tell you probably how awesome it is and what a great decision it's been for them. So that's going to be our topic at 3. And then we are going to follow that up with the complete opposite, which is the next gen folks of 18 to 25. So that'll be a fun flip to do. And yeah, looking forward to that. And then we're wrapping up that day at 4 p.m. And this is Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Daylight.
New York.
Daylight.
Just type in New York at 4 o'clock on that day, and you'll find out what time it is in your region. Sorry, I didn't put that little thing on there. But the Child Free Childless Alliance, we just, in our planning session, realized that there was some crossover with being child free or being childless, with whatever moniker or tag that you want to go with. And that there's a lot of assumptions that society makes for those people. They lump us together. Like, to them, we're all one entity, one community. But there are differences, and that in its own course forms alliances between our two communities of everything that we have to face kind of together against what society has planned for us. So the next day, Sunday, the 31st, we're going to kick it off again with a nice little welcome session. And then at 9:30, we're going to roll into, we're going to jump all
I mean, I know the three of us like to talk a lot, but this is pushing it a bit.
It would be. So
maybe if the speakers don't show up, we can fill a 2-hour gap. Wow. Okay.
We're going to talk about defining child free, and I was supposed to have quotate the child free, because there's everyone who says that they are child free, there's no real set standard for it of what that means to them towards another person. Like, again, the gatekeeping topic that we had last year, or just what child free means. As I was talking about with the child free and childless topic, of what does it even mean to be child free? And so we're going to dive into that topic a little bit. There's no guarantee that we're going to get all of the Wikipedias and dictionaries online straightened out, but this is at least a starting step for that.
It's a start. I mean, it's a continuous conversation. And this came up a couple days ago in conversation, where it was like, at some point, the community, meaning the child free community, needs to kind of band together and say, look, every label that exists, all the words that exist, someone made that a thing. Like, the sky was labeled blue, so okay, it's blue. So, if enough of us gather together and say, look, this is what child free means, realizing that there's nuances, but you do have to start somewhere, like with a dictionary definition that's different from childless.
That's a good start.
Exactly. It's not perfect. It's not going to solve all the problems, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So
yeah, so that'll be, I think, a fun and lively conversation for sure. Yeah. And at 10 o'clock, we are going to talk about fence sitters. Those are folks who they're not define themselves as being child free, but they're looking at that lifestyle as an option for them, or maybe it's someone who is in a relationship with someone who might be going through that, or it might be someone who maybe slid over the fence, but they're still like 80%, 20%, 80% child free, 20%. So it'll be an interesting time to talk to those folks and to get some great questions, hopefully from the audience, about, their lifestyle and how they're, managing being on the fence. It's like, do you want kids? Like, what's going to be the deciding factor type of thing? Who knows? Going to be a fun topic. At 10:30, we've got child free and LGBTQ+. So that will be a great topic as well. We actually got, that was probably one of our most requested topics from last year when we asked and follow up with folks, like, well, what topics would you like to see? This was like one of the biggest ones. And so that was a no-brainer. We were bringing that one on board, and we're happy to do that on the 31st at 10:30. And then at 11, we are going to talk to some folks about being child-free in Africa. So again, we want to make this international. This is, isn't just a one-stop shop country, continent even of
We
being
are making it
child-free.
international. It is
Yeah.
international.
It is international. I mean,
It is
people, they're
international.
child-free. And so we're happy to have folks that are in Africa to tell us about their experience and what it's like there. And then at 11:30, we will be talking about child-free finances on a budget or a fixed income. Again, kind of breaking that mold that all child-free people are just rolling in the dough, doing backflips on their jet skis in the Cayman Islands. I mean, no, like some people, but not everybody. So, I mean, I don't know. That's going to be a question maybe for like Dr. J later of maybe breaking down some of the demographic information of that. But that's going to be a great topic because it's what I just like to kind of break the molds of what people think it is to be child-free.
And you know what? I just had a thought is that because there are people who have families and friends and acquaintances who are like, well, because you don't have kids, you have extra money, so you can pay for this on our behalf, or you can support us this way. Like, this has not been a personal experience, but I've heard stories from people who've shared that going into some sort of social situation or family situation, and it's assumed like, well, you don't have kids, you can pay for this. And I hope that with having these conversations on this topic, it will help, over time dispel, yes, the myths, but also reach those people that just make the assumption and then act on that assumption by asking a child-free person or couple to finance something that really there's no entitlement that child-free people need to step up and finance things because not everyone is able to do that. So, there's that side of this of the coin as well that needs, that is important to be addressed, but also hopefully it reaches the ears of people who are, acting on that assumption and feeling entitled for you, Cody, to pay for everything.
Yeah. And so then after this, we've got our halftime show for that day, which Lenora has kind of delved into. And then when we come right back, again, it's like almost the opposite side. So then we have our child-free finances FIRE, which is financial independence and retire early. These are folks who have been able to, set the financial goal to not work their whole life. They want to retire early, and how being child-free has helped make that happen faster or easier, or what modes are they utilizing to get to a status where they don't have to worry about ever having a resume ever again. That's one way I look at it. And so after that, at 1:30, we've got child-free off the grid. So we've got folks that are living that digital nomad lifestyle. They might just travel a whole bunch. They might Airbnb out the wazoo and just do a lot of traveling. So that'll be a fun way to find out what folks are doing to live kind of that alternative lifestyle where you don't have to just set down roots in one place. You can,
No, I'm just thinking digital nomad, like no one's going to show up because no one has Wi-Fi. I get it. It's corny, but I was thinking like,
all right.
It's like 30 minutes of nothing.
So it'll just be a searching for signal icon.
I need to eat breakfast. It's still early for me.
We're almost there.
Okay.
So at 2:00, we've got child-free abroad traveler transplant. And so we're going to utilize that topic to talk about just traveling as a child-free person, maybe some tips for traveling as a couple or solo, and not traveling with a kid, and maybe some fun adult-only places that you can travel to. And then also the transplant aspect of expats, expatriates, people who you may have been born in a country and lived there for X amount of years, 10 years, but 20 years, 30 years, and then you move somewhere else and you set up roots there. What's that transition like? Share with us, and that'll be a fun topic for those that like to stay mobile. At 2:30, we've got our regional panel of being child-free in Central and South America. So again, another great regional panel that we're able to bring forward. At 3:00, we've got a topic that we're bringing back again, child-free guys. That was, I think, a fun topic, and it was also one that we got a lot of feedback for, that it was good to hear about. Clearly I'm here talking, but for the most part in the child-free realm, like guys are like an anomaly. Like I say it's probably 20% is generous. If you look at most like forums and Facebook groups, 20% being guys is like a very generous number. It's usually like 10, maybe 15%. But so it's good that we have some guys that want to step up and talk about what it's like being child-free. Great opportunity for the audience to ask questions about what it's like being a child-free guy. Or if you're a child-free guy yourself, how to navigate that that realm, that lifestyle. So we'll be doing that at 3 o'clock. At 3:30, we will talk about child-free and social media. Tons of great people to follow out there. You can call them influencers, whatever you want to title it at, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Facebook,
Advocates.
whatever, advocates. But we're going to bring some aboard and talk about the great things they're doing to help foster the child-free lifestyle on digital platforms of all kinds. So that'll be at 3:30. And then we'll wrap up that day with 4 o'clock with child-free with pets. And
which will be like a 3-hour panel in itself.
Probably will
right
be.
there.
Of all of the topics that we had, that one,
Oh my gosh. How many we had?
it probably
so
had at least 20 applications, applications for it. So
Yeah,
it was hard whittling that one down. But we
good
put it at
call
the
on
end.
making this one the last one.
Yeah.
Because if we have to extend it, this can almost be like our after party. Start with that panel, but then getting all of the comments of,
Just
being
going.
pet, whether you're pet free, because I'm pet free by choice, but whether you're you like pets, hate pets, whatever. It's a conversation for everybody because everyone has a thought on it.
I wanted to title this, it's like child free with pets, and then I wanted to like add in fur babies or fur balls. So it's like, because there are people that they want to be child free and pet free. Like they want to just totally be like, able to free flow and they can do what they like, and that being
it's just not having to feed anybody in the morning. That's the appeal.
Yeah, I mean, I have a tough time with plants, but anyway. So
I do have a lot of those.
Lenore, tell us about your team.
Okay, so this year I am super excited, and shout out to Marieke. I'm watching her in the speaker green room watch this live stream. There was a bit of a delay, so she's gonna smile in a second. We have an awesome team this year. I'm really excited because last year it was just me, Cody, and Jared, and we did a great job. We pulled it off. I mean, there's no point in being humble about this. We did a kick-ass job. See, Marieke smiled. Anyway, but we recognize that we need assistance. And so we put out the call, and I'm so appreciative to everyone that applied. And so we've been working about a month, almost a month now with this team. So I'm going to read off who are awesome PR. Well, it's PR and tech. So starting with the copywriters. And by the way, I'm going to minimize my screen because I don't know if there's some volunteers joining us. If you are in the audience, can you, Jared, I'll need you to, oh yes. Okay. Can we pull up JD Helen, please? Can you pull up? Well, she just says yes. But I just want to shout out. So JD Helen is one of our copywriters. Hey, thank you for being. She's working, so she couldn't come. Now, keep in mind that some people are using different names, so we're protecting people's identities. But JD Helen is one of our copywriters, so thank you. Next, and then we have Kristen Tetzi, who's also a copywriter. I don't think she's in the chat. I invited her to show up, and she's like, no, because she doesn't. Even though she's with me on the podcast, but she doesn't like attention. So those are our two awesome copywriters that are helping us. We have an event promoter who's also going to be helping us with Troll Patrol, Rebecca Sky. So Rebecca Sky is helping us promote the event. We have networking liaisons who are Katie Lore. Katie, if you're in the audience, you can. I don't. Again, if I call your name and you're in the audience, make some noise and we'll bring you up. Oh, there we go. Hey, JD. So Katie Lore's helping. Brianna Crystal will be our part-time networking liaison. And so that role is connecting with child-free platforms and groups across all social media platforms to help promote this event. And we'll be also extending invitations to outside of the child-free community who may be, alliances, because I'm all about, this conversation going out beyond the child-free community, child-free spaces. So our graphic design team we have this year, which, oh man, saves it's like Saturday and Sunday. I was talking with, our designers all day. So it's not like it eases the workload, but it's fun because we're creating ideas, and you'll see a lot of this on social media coming up. So we have Gustavo Alvarez joining us, and Emma Duval. So those are joining us on the graphic design team. And we have a consultant, and Angie Sibis, who's already helped so much in helping me create a vision and how to manage it. Because I'm PR manager, so I'll be still doing hands-on stuff, but it's, how to communicate and listen and all that stuff, and how to formulate designs and stuff. So she is our consultant this year, which is huge help. And then our tech. So again, shout out to Marieke Q, who's currently in our speaker green room. So she wrangles all of the speakers together, keeps them all calm, and then we get them transferred to StreamYard. And this was, I think, our biggest thing we learned last year, Cody, as moderators, because that wasn't that an experience. It was tough. We're both on screen moderating, and at the same time, our hands are over here trying to let speakers.
We tried to stagger it too, where one of us could be doing a green room and the other one can be being a moderator. But we've got that figured out this year. So
we do. So that's a huge help. And then, of course, I had mentioned Rebecca Sky before will be our troll patrol. Last year we had no trolls, so this year we're going bigger, so we at least get 3.
I mean, hopefully we don't get any, but
yeah, I mean it would be.
You would think if you make enough waves, people are going to want to.
Exactly. Trolls really, we even on social media, we don't deal with that too much, but that's coming. So we're anticipating that. So that she will be there monitoring the chat. I mean, our live chat audience is so fantastic anyway that I'm sure they will jump all over a troll if they spot one, but you never know. And so then we have Lucas Cheney, who's not here today, but Lucas is our tech assistant, so he's helping Jared direct. So now behind that door is my massive list, and I had all those names written down there, so I think I've covered everybody. If I've missed you, I apologize, but I double checked. So I think I have everybody. So that is a huge shout out to our volunteer team. They are putting in, doing amazing work. And it's already, I mean, we haven't even started doing massive promotions yet. This was just a little bit of the last 4 weeks. We've just started, getting this machine going, but already it's been super fun, and everyone's just like, they do the work and they're as passionate, which is vital to the success of this event. So again, thank you to our volunteer team, and we will be acknowledging you and celebrating you. And also part of the halftime show will be, I did forget somebody. Mika, we have a comic artist. So Mika's from Sweden, and Ethical Comics is her. You'll see it as Ethical Comics, and she is going to be doing comic strips for us. Very excited about this.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Very excited about this. So this, you guys, if you follow our social media, so that is Child Free Convention on Facebook, on Instagram. We are Child Free Con on Twitter. Starting in May, did I say March? Starting in May, you will see specifically designed cartoons for Child Free Convention. This is going to be fun.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mika.
It's a really cool thing.
I didn't write that one down, and it just like, wait, that I have to. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be so fun.
And so with PR in mind, go to childfreeconvention.com. Make sure you sign up to get our email updates whenever we have fun things that we're about to promote. You're going to find out first with the email list before it even goes out on social media. So a good way to find out things. So check that out. So I think we're good. We got the events happening. It's 2 days, July 30th, July 31st,
Too late for us to stop
2022. Who wants to stop it now? This is going to be great.
No, I know. This is great. Now, actually, you know what? This is something, again, came to mind. How people who are, let's say, in the audience, how can you guys help? We have, it seems like, okay, you have your speakers, you have your volunteers. How can I, in the audience, help? You can help share the event. When we post something on social media that you feel like you want to share, whether it's just with one other child-free friend, because I recognize that not everyone wants to or feels comfortable promoting their child-free status online. Totally fair. But one way you can really, really help is by sharing, we have a graphic announcing the dates, and we'll do another one announcing the times. So anything that excites you about Child Free Convention, if you share it even with one person in your network, one child-free friend, or maybe you're in a Facebook group and you have permission to post, always ask permission. Feel free to share. This is a grassroots effort. We're not paying. We have all the volunteers helping us create this event, creating the marketing material. We're not paying for Google ads. We're not paying for Facebook ads or Instagram ads. Word of mouth is essential.
Think about it. Look at your Facebook. How many times do I get something for diapers on my feed? And it's like bad algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. So to the point of the algorithm, like the more you guys share, whether you share it in your stories, again, even if you just want to share it privately to somebody, that totally works. You can also share last year's event, because that's on our YouTube channel as well. That's still there. The 2021 Virtual Childfree Convention conference was last year. get these words straight. You know, all that stuff is available to share. If you're unsure about something and you want to share a specific thing, reach out to me. So I'm at Child Free Blog on Instagram. You can DM me. I'm Lenora Faye on Facebook. You can find me there. You know, look for the wig. Reach out to me if you have any questions about helping promoting, you know, unofficially. Because every little thing helps. You know, we're doing our best to get the word out, but everything helps.
It does. It does. And so, Jared, do you want to come up from the shadows? Is there anything that you want to add to the stream that we're doing? Oh, we have comments.
Nope.
Good. He's working. He's like, no, Cody, I'm working back
too
here.
Busy.
We got some good comments. Let's see what we got coming in.
Yay, Mexico City.
All right. International. Here we go.
Yeah, we have to do comments. I forgot about that.
Pet free. Yeah.
Pet free. See, thank you.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
But the question is it space hyphen or one word?
Oh my, you know what? Okay, that you and your hyphens. I mean, great point. Great point.
We're gonna get into
hyphen because all of my spell checkers yell at me for combining it. I mean, look, until the pet free community tells me otherwise, I'm gonna hyphenate it. But child free, one word.
One word. We're gonna try to stick with that. A lot of mean tweets. Yeah, yeah. That'll be.
We're
look forward to seeing what.
I know. Well, I mean, look, Child Free Convention. We make sure that we're not dumping on anybody. So I will keep it civil, but we're gonna have some fun with this mean tweet concept. Mean tweets. Let me clarify. Mean tweets towards the Child Free community. That's what we're going with. Because there are a lot of them.
We're not sending any out like this.
So exactly, we're not tweeting at people. We're not going to be mean towards parents and kids. That's not what we're about. But mean tweets about child-free people, I'm like, we got to do this because this will be fun. And the person I have on, I've tagged to help me with this. It's going to be a great time.
Well, maybe it'll show people as well if they watch this that how unoriginal they are sending us the same. Who's going to take care of you when you're older? I don't know. I've only heard that 1,000 times.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, exactly. No, I'm looking forward to this. So yeah.
Yep.
Lily.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be great. We're looking forward to it too. That's the thing about just the child-free lifestyle is you can't pigeonhole us. You can't say, oh well, clearly they're all pro-choice. Not true. There are child-free people that are pro-life. You know, whether you're conservative with your thinking or liberal with your thinking, they're, you know, we're everything. And so we're looking forward to bringing these topics to the forefront, the speakers, and having some great conversation. Jocelyn, can't wait. My husband and I are child-free in our 30s. Yeah, we're happy. Thanks. That's why we're doing it. We're doing it for you guys.
Yes.
I met someone over the weekend, and it's a guy, and he said that he and his wife don't have kids. I said, oh yeah, my wife and I were child-free too. And he's like, child what? And he had never heard the term child-free. So it's kind of amazing to be active in the community and to still find out that people, even though they know that they aren't going to have kids, they don't know what the term is. And that kind of leads into why we're trying to do more of this.
I mean, along that line, so I sent you a comment that I received over the weekend from someone who was like, is this a thing? You know, I don't know how, I mean, I keep my stuff public, but I had received a DM on Facebook in my personal DMs saying, oh, child-free, I think, what did they say? It wasn't, because I'm a child-free lifestyle advocate. That's my actual thing. But they used a different word. It was child-free lifestyle. They used a different word. And they were going, is this real? Like, what are you about? Like, and I don't know. I'm like, is this a troll comment? What is this? So I replied back. I said, yeah, this is what I do. I made the distinction of what the word they used and what the word I use. And so I sent them everything. I said, we have podcasts, we've got conventions. I said, there are so many other child-free lifestyle advocates. I will send you all the information you could possibly want, because I never know if they are a troll or if they are legit asking a question. Turns out this person was legit asking a question. It was an older gentleman who's also child-free. I don't know if by choice or by circumstance, doesn't have kids. And it's just, we interpret things, right? So when someone sends you a comment and you're like, okay, another one. I fleshed it out a bit because you don't know
when you get the mean tweets a lot, like you're kind of on defense already. Like you're
exactly.
like, okay, you're coming at me, like here we go. But but that was a good one. That had a good conversation.
So so he responded, and I said, and I found out, okay, and this is this is a legit comment. And they just did not know that there was a community. So I sent them last year's conference. I was like, here. And I sent him links to various things. I'm like, this is what's happening in 2022.
Yeah.
And he was excited. I mean, I interpreted it as excitement.
Well, and that goes back to what you're saying about how can people help, and it's just to share the information. Like, who knows what's going on in the minds of the algorithms behind the scenes. But even if you're not posting it on your personal page, if you're sharing it with like a friend that you might know that might, you know, either be on the fence or be child free, whatever it is, even like with the Child Free Childless Alliance, like if you know someone who's, you know, considers themselves childless, let them know this is happening. Maybe they want to tune in and join us in the comment section, have questions and all that. But, you know, the algorithm eventually might pick something up and then start to share this stuff to more people. It's like, if you don't have kids, it might say, hey, here's a little blurb from this thing called Child Free. And then that's their first introduction to it. Who knows? Break the algorithms. Let's break these things.
Yes.
They're ridiculous.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Winter. We had seasons and now we have winter. This is awesome.
There we go.
We're looking for autumn and spring.
I think child free without pets is more interesting because I think the themes of being child free and being pet free are much more intersectional.
Something to consider for next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think both of us will be moderating both like most of the panels.
Yeah.
Because co-moderating is great. It's helpful and plus again adds to different perspectives. So that means that I will be on as a pet free person representing the pet free child free population on the Child Free with Pets panel, because I mean it is curious. Like I find it curious as to why I get why people want to have pets, but being child free and not wanting, like there's a certain freedom that comes with not having pets, and it speaks to me. So it's always curious. And you know, some of the people that we saw the applications for, I mean, these are pet centric people. So I mean, it's you know, I mean, I'm that way with business and shoes. So look, I'm not knocking it. I get it. It's just I don't have to feed anything. I have to wake up and answer emails or messages at 6 a.m. But you know, I don't have to feed anyway. Yeah, it's again a fascinating conversation.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, can I interview the Speakers Bureau for a sec?
You interview me?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I guess.
Well, no, I was curious. Because we all have our lanes. So Jared does tech, I do PR, Cody, you do Speakers Bureau, and we meet once a week and we make this work. This is how it works, and we kind of fill each other in on what's happening. But this is always like major time for you because you have to go through all of the applications. We see them, but then you know we make our selections. But with the scheduling, like I want to get in your head for a second. What is that like? Are you glad it's over?
It's a lot of spreadsheets. It's like when the applications come in, I just kind of, as they come in, we collect all the applications to become a speaker, and from there it's like, okay, here's what we have. And then we look at what topics that we are offering. So this year is a little bit different than last year. Last year, we kind of formulated the event around what speakers that we got. This time we came out with the topics and we said, we'll find speakers for the topics. And yeah, the request came in. So once I have that spreadsheet, it's like, okay. And then we whittle that down to, okay, we have these speakers for these topics. But now being international, you've got people, you might have someone that's in Australia, in Belgium, in Kenya, all on one topic. How do you put these people together in a certain time frame? So I have to go and look at where they live and try to match up with the topic and squeeze that around. And it's like, okay, this topic goes well here. Like, you know, Child Free in Asia, that's an easy one. That's like an early morning one because the time difference alone. But you know, some of them, they get tricky. And so just kind of piecing them together, moving them around, it's done. It's done. So
I'm like, here, I have 67 suggestions. Can you fix?
Yeah, so that's why I said this is tentative, like whatever, 99% solid. But yeah, unless there's a major shakeup, like we have like something big come up with the speaker and we can't do something, this is pretty much what it's going to be.
And I ask just because I do want to highlight, like, not all the secrets of what happens behind the scenes, but there's many hours,
a lot of moving parts. Yeah,
even just to get to this point. And you know, Speakers Bureau,
which is the promotional phase. Like we're promoting now. Like there's everything behind the scenes.
Yeah, but also too, just to recognize Speakers Bureau, which is basically a one-man job. I mean, we see what's coming through, but that whole list of scheduling, because you know, last year was the first time. But anyway, shout out to you for putting that together.
I like spreadsheets.
I know, but it's, even if you like something, still not easy.
Yeah.
So no, it worked out well.
Thank you to my wife, AJ, for putting up with me for all this. Give me the time to do it.
Huge shout out to AJ.
Yeah,
Thank
hello
you,
from
AJ.
India. Yep. Welcome,
Yay.
welcome. Happy to have you here.
All right. So we're
Kentucky,
about to wrap up.
We're hitting our wall. Jared, you got anything you want to say? If not,
he's like,
oh, hey guys. No, I was attentive and I was there.
we were just talking about how hard you're working behind the scenes.
He's like,
yeah,
bye.
I'm there for you guys.
No, you're doing great, man. We appreciate it. All the blips and the bloops and the things you see coming up, and managing the speakers coming on and joining us on stage. Like, that's all, Jared. We appreciate what you're doing too.
Yep, it's going to be bigger and better than last year, and
much to his dismay, because Jared's always like, "You don't need to go this big. You don't need to go this big."
Yeah, 2 days. It's a lot. Lots to cover, and lots of speakers. So we'll get to all of them as the time comes. So, yep, it's been great.
Yeah, needed information. So thank you again to StreamYard. Thank you again to Child Free Wealth stepping up, being sponsors this year. And unless there's anything else to add, I'd say it's a wrap, guys.
So again, don't forget to sign up our email list if you want to keep up to date. Follow us on social media if you have any questions about things. I'll be your contact girl because I am head of PR. So if you have any questions, concerns, you can email us at childfreeconvention. Childfreeconvention.com. No, childfree.
Childfree Convention. Thank you, Jared. He's got your back.
I have coffee. I need to eat. I have not eaten yet, and it's almost 11 o'clock in the morning. So, pardon me. Yes, email us if you have any questions. You can also DM us on social media. I will, we will respond. Again, communication is everything. So thank you again. Our live chat audience, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you're watching this in replay, because we'll be posting this after, feel free to leave any questions, comments after the live stream is over. We see all of them. We'll reply to them. Thank you guys again. So that's a wrap.